Hey everyone, it's Brave here again. Welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is safe and sound, having a great day or night, wherever you are in the world. God bless you all. I have a new song I've written again, and the title is You Cannot Unring This Bell. And the melody I wrote it to is a song. I don't think she's a famous singer, but there's a woman I came across her singing her song that she'd written on YouTube. So she's just a YouTuber, um, but her song was so cool, and I like the melody of the song. So if you look up, what's her name, Lael Hansen, and the song, I think the song is I'm All Alone or something, I can't remember, but it was yeah, I'm thinking of the melody to that in my head when I'm saying these words of my song. So I'm not plagiarizing her song, not copywriting at all. I just have the melody in my head when, so the arrangement of my words kind of follow a similar melody. But yeah, check out Lael Hansen or her other channel, Lael Topic, I think it's called. So her name is spelled Lael, and then the surname, what's it, Hansen, Hansen. I don't know. Look her up. She's great. She's got a lot of funny videos. I don't know her. I think she's American. You know, sometimes I can't tell if someone's American or Canadian until they say A. Like if they drop the A off their accent, you know how they go, "Oh, how are you? Yeah, that's good, A." It's so weird because some other people, like people from New Zealand, will say A, but they say obviously in a different accent and in a different way. But to me, majority of time, like, yeah, most times when I've met Canadians, I just assume they were Americans with watered down accents. They, you know, in London when I've met them. And also Americans are much louder. So when someone's quite quiet and polite, they're probably Canadian. And when they're loud and brash and bossy, they're probably American. No offense, but that is my experience with them. Americans are very loud and very bossy. Anyway, so yeah, so I'm gonna sing my song I've just written now. So like I've warned people before, I don't have a great singing voice, but it's not about that. It's about the words I've written. They're here to send a message, you know. So yeah, like I said, it's called You Cannot Unring This Bell. That's what I've named this song I've written, okay? So here goes. Hey, old friend, why would we need to take things back before the end? Seems like history repeating. Maybe you'll get lucky and you'll find someone that's just like you. Then you'll see how bad you are. You hate to face things alone. You can't even face yourself. It's just a matter of time before you fall as well. But I am not looking back. Your choices look like hell. You made your silly mistakes. You can't unring this bell. So it is your fault, you're on your own again. You lost a true friend, and I will not pretend, 'cause you're just a traitor, and I shall not defend. You're all alone again, you lost a true friend. Hold on. You're running in circles and you like to pretend. Greatly you did offend. Your lies, they must end. When will you face it? You cannot replace it. You chose the darkness in your head. When will you face it? You could never break me. You are the one who lost in the end. Hold on. Hold on. I gotta remember the arrangement. So reap up just what you've sown, only yourself to blame. You know the joke is on you, this time was not a game. So it's your fault, you're on your own again. You lost a true friend, and this time I won't pretend, 'cause you're just a traitor, and I shall not defend. You're all alone again. You lost the true friend. Okay, yeah, that's the song I wrote for all those treacherous, backstabbing traitors out there who come into your life and pretend to be your friend, and then they mistreat you and then expect you to still be sitting around waiting for them. Of course, I'm not sitting around waiting for you. Yes, there was a time back in the day when I felt sorry for you because you have such a fucked up life, and I felt like, this person just needs a bit of encouragement. I can help them because they don't seem to be capable of helping themselves. They're lazy, they won't go out and get a job, so you encourage them not to be lazy, to go out and get a job. They got so many bad people around them who are low vibrational and toxic, so they stay at that level because the only people who can tolerate them are the toxic people. When someone new and kind and high vibrational comes around them, it triggers their demons, their darkness. Instead of them vibing higher and saying, wow, I do need to be better, I could be better, I could change my life, they don't even appreciate the support that the good friends or the good people, try to offer them. They try to hurt you, humiliate you, ignore you, ghost you, all sorts of stupid shit that, in my opinion, it just reinforces all the reasons why you shouldn't be around. Like, to me, if you ghost me, humiliate me, insult me, and then I forgave you because you gave some fake apology, and I thought, okay, well, if this is a fake apology, I will soon find out, because they will go straight back to their calculating, treacherous ways. Just keep an eye on them. And it didn't take long. They went back to their calculating, treacherous ways and started being out of line again, and abusive. So it's really sad because, when you really are a kind, genuine earth angel, a light worker, a good soul, you really do want to help people. You hate to cut anyone out of your life. You hate to cut people off. But how many times are the good people supposed to sit around and let people abuse them? There has to be a limit, you know what I mean? Like, I'm a good person, but there's a limit, mother effer. Like, how dare you keep overstepping the boundary, and then I put the boundary up stronger, and then all you do is use more manipulation to try and get around the boundary. The boundary being, do not talk to me disrespectfully, do not do stupid mind games where, what has worked on idiots before, why would that work on me? I'm not that idiot. You know what I mean? So, for example, men who think that, like, you're a woman, right? So you're just trying to be a friend. But men are trying to think that, oh, well, you're a woman and you want to be my friend. Oh, that means you actually fancy me and you want to get close to me. But I'm not going to, like, they think I'm not going to give you attention, or I'll give you some fake attention or make you think I like you. And then I want to test to see if you take the bait, and then I'll ignore you. Like, why would I fall for that? If I don't fancy you and I don't want to be with you, we're not even in the same country, in the same place. I'm just trying to talk to you, one human being to another, to help you because you're down and out and at rock bottom. In my opinion, like, what is the reason people insist on living when all they do is wake up and poison themselves with drugs and alcohol, but then they blame the world for what they choose to do to themselves? And I'm not saying that it's easy to get off alcohol and drugs. I'm just saying that, why don't you take the risk to improve your life instead of doing risky things to destroy it? Why don't you go and get free counseling or free alcohol support? Because there's plenty of it out there. You're just not going to it, and there's even, the weird thing that I found is that people will make, like, they won't make the effort to go and find a counselor or someone so they can talk about what it is that triggers them to want to escape, because it's a type of escapism, isn't it, when you constantly want to be not in your right mind, to go and get drunk all day, and then you become addicted, and then you're not making any effort to change your life, but yet you must hate throwing up on yourself and pissing your pants every day. It's humiliating. You know what I mean? Like, I remember one time my ex-husband came home after a works leaving party, and he shat his pants, like his trousers. And I was so disgusted in him. The look I gave him, he never did that shit again, because I looked at him like, get the hell out. Like, I don't even want to be married to you. Look at the state of you, like a toddler with shit all down your legs. Like, you're not an elderly person who's had an accident. You chose to get so drunk and have alcohol that upset your tummy, and now you didn't even make it to the toilet. Like, I threw those clothes in the bin, like, ugh, just so disgusting. And this was his. It was obviously, yes, anyone can have an accident if they had an upset stomach, but it was just the fact that if he had not been so drunk, he could have made it to the toilet. You know what I mean? Or he would have gone and got other clothes and not come home stinking like a toilet, And so that was most embarrassing. I just looked at him differently after that, like, ugh, you're so yuck. Like, because, and I'm not, if he had, like I said, if it had just been, you know, oh, I had a few drinks and I had a bad reaction to food or something, and then this accident happened, then I would have had pity on him and like, okay, yeah, accidents happens, it's gross. But it was the fact that he was so full down drunk that he couldn't even get to the toilet. Like, just awful. And then just I hate to see people just waste their life, become a waste of space, become nothing. Like, I hate to see that. But you can't save everyone. It doesn't, you want to help everyone, you want to save everyone, but they have to be willing to save themselves and want the change. There is so much, you know, there's so much love and kindness that you could give them, but if they're just going to disrespect it and spit it back in your face, and then when you say, okay, well, F you then, bye, then suddenly they want to run back to you like, oh no, but you always came back before. Yeah, I was trying my best to be there for you, but you still didn't appreciate it. You still spat it back in my face, the kindness I gave you. So there's a limit. You've reached the limit, and now it's goodbye. Now you can suffer in your misery by yourself, and it's just sad. Like, I don't get it. I don't get why the world is just full of miserable people who can't appreciate good people. Because, if I was a drunken, even if it was a horrible reason, like my husband died or something terrible happened to me and I couldn't face life, so I started drinking, and then I got addicted, and then I didn't have a lot of support and someone to encourage me to get off alcohol. But then as soon as someone good comes along and tries to reach out to me and says, hey, I want to help you, I genuinely want to see better for you, I would take the help. You know what I mean? I would be so grateful that anyone cared enough to look in my direction and say, hey, she needs help, someone help her, or I'm going to help her, or and so that some people in this life are just sick, sadistic narcissists. And yes, they might have become narcissists from their trauma, but that doesn't give them an excuse to go around trying to destroy other good people who just tried to help them. There's no excuse for that. I can have compassion for the child they were who was abused, who was in a powerless, horrible position at the mercy of terrible grown-ups who were monsters, but the compassion is only for the child you were, not for the monster you became. There's no forgiveness and help. Like, I'm not gonna keep helping a monster. Like, there has to be a limit. You know what I mean? The only, yeah, like I said before, the only person who really can help you is you, because like they say, you can take what is it? Oh, hold on. You can take a horse to water, but you cannot make him drink, And in England, we always say, stop flogging a dead horse, stop trying to revive something that's dead. If they keep killing the relationship or the friendship, or even if you're just acquaintances, even if you're just, a person trying to be kind to another person and you don't want anything from them, you have no hidden agenda. The only thing you wanted was to see them happy and safe and have a good life. That's all you wanted. That would have been your happiness, to see them happy. But they won't be normal, and even if it's their mental issue that keeps them from being normal, why should you let other people drown you because whatever it is stopping them being normal? Because then it's pain for you. Then, because narcissists are very cruel. They take away everything that's good about you. They shit on everything good that you have going for you because they're jealous. That's the thing. Their personality disorder, their mental issue makes, it makes them that way. It compels them to find pleasure in your pain and to create painful situations so that they can feed off your pain. It's very sad. Yeah, it's really sad. But anyway, I hope people enjoyed the song. The song is about, you know, pointing out when people don't appreciate good souls, good friends, whatever. But also, I have another song I did before called Do You Like Who You Are Today? And I'm so proud of that song. I absolutely love it. So have a look on my channel, have a listen to that song. It's a really cool song. And it's inspirational, and I was inspired by Mortimer, a really great Jamaican singer, to write that song. And I had his melody of A Whole Heap, which is one of his songs, in my head. And yeah, so check out Mortimer on YouTube. He's got many different videos. I think he's got a new album out recently called Bruises, I think. But yeah, he's amazing. He's so talented. He's like a gift from God. His voice is beautiful. His soul is beautiful. He's absolutely just such a gift. And his song Lightning just literally saved my life at a time when I was so down and depressed, and for some weird reason, like, it saved me. I can't even explain why. It just restored something in me, and I know that was God putting that song in my path so that I could hear it and bring myself back to life at a time when I really didn't think I could go on. And so yeah, go check out Mortimer. He's amazing. And yeah, that's all for now. Take care, everyone. God bless everyone. And I really do pray for everyone's peace and protection. I feel that, there's just so much, there's so much misery in this world. It is so hard to be here. Sometimes it's excruciating to be living in this horrible world with all these horrible people around. And, sometimes you're lucky and you get good family or good friends or good situations, living situations, and sometimes you're not. It's like some people have nothing and some people have everything. It's such a unfair, thing in this world, where the ones who have everything, like the billionaires, wouldn't even buy a sandwich for one homeless person, but someone who has nothing or has one little dollar left will share that, buy a sandwich and share that sandwich with someone who has nothing. It's such a sick world. And I just wish that there was more good people out here who could all stand together and fight the evil. It's supposed to be good against evil, not black against white, not white against black. All this racism shit, all this religious hate, all this sexism and homophobia, transphobia, all this hate. And not one time do people look at what are our similarities. Everyone wants to feel safe. No matter what colour they are, everyone wants a good, safe home. Some want a family. Some want to protect, nearly everyone will want to protect the people they love. Why do people not focus on the similarities we have as humans? Because this human body is just a vehicle holding our true spiritual soul. Like, we are spiritual beings. We came here from our true home in the spirit world, and these bodies are not the be all and end all, because when this body dies, it's like a car being left behind on earth. So it's like a vehicle. So when we get inside an actual car, a motor car, and we drive around, we're controlling the motor car. It does what we control it make it do. We control it. But then when we get out of the car and go into our home, the car is left behind. We don't look back and think, I wonder what the car's doing. Like, say if you in on Earth, get home from work and get out of your car, lock the car, go inside your actual house, you're not thinking, what's the car doing outside, looking back, unless you live in an area where you got to keep checking if your car's being broken into. But you know what I mean? So yeah, it's sort of weird to me how, because we come here and have amnesia, we're given amnesia so we don't remember our past lives in the spirit world and stuff like that, because apparently we have to focus on one crappy life at a time. But like, I don't know, it's very confusing sometimes, because I've got a psychic gift and I've been shown visions, and my passed away loved ones have shown me that yes, we do live on, our souls are alive, we're safe, we're in no pain, we're in the spirit world, but we can watch over you, guide you, give you messages, through your psychic gift, through your dreams, to help you on your journey. And it's hard to grasp that apparently we've chosen our life, we've chosen a life plan full of pain and difficulties, because it's through the pain that we grow and evolve when we go back home to the spirit world. It's not through the happy times that we evolve, you know what I mean? It's through the pain, through the choices we made in reaction to the pain, stuff like that. And it's just so important to remember how going out into the world and doing no harm, it really raises the vibration of this stinky planet, like the collective vibration of all the human beings stuck down here. Like, even though we've chosen certain life plans and we chose to come here, we didn't just pop up from a cabbage patch and exist here. There is a more sophisticated thing going on. So if you listen to some of the near death experience channels like Coming Home or NPD channels on YouTube, they explain, similar to what I've been shown, what happens when you go back home to the spirit world, and it really is all true, whether you believe it or not. And so, like I said before, like when you've had a terrible tragedy down here, whether it was to your family or to yourself, and atrocities have happened to you or your family, just know that any of your passed away loved ones, they are not going through that terrible atrocity anymore. Their soul is in the spirit world, safe and in no pain and protected. So, I know it's hard to live with the pain of knowing an atrocity was done to your family or yourself, and the absence, even though it's a temporary absence, a lot of people don't realize there's the spirit world, our true home. And so they just feel like, oh no, this is the end, and now I've lost all my family, and then I'm not going to exist when I die. A lot of people don't realize they will go home to the spirit world, and they will be with their loved ones again. And a lot of people, they get trapped down here, their spirits get trapped down here because they fear going to the light, because they might have done something wrong in this life, and they fear being judged because of the man-made religions that make people feel like, oh no, I'm going to hell, I didn't live a perfect life, and I was bad most of the time. And sometimes that's when you get hauntings and ghosts and things, because those are human spirits who didn't go home to the light, and then they don't realize they can go home. And sometimes psychic mediums have to help them move on, but sometimes they don't want to go to the light because they're so scared. They think they're going to be judged and sent down to hell, and it's not really going in that way. Like, it's more sophisticated than that. It's not the way, it's not exactly like how the Bible's saying. It's different. But yeah, there is punishment for people who do terrible things though. But it's different to how we've been explained by these man-made things, religion, whatever. So obviously when you go home, there's no race or color or religion. Yes, there's the energies of male and female, but it's like, it's not all rigid like how down here there's all this weird fixed rigidity and restriction. Yeah, but go to those channels, like I said, the near death experience channels, any, what is it, ND channels, um, and just have a listen. And I usually like, yeah, I usually cry when because even though I know about the spirit world and our true home, when I listen to some of the other people's near death experiences and what they were shown, it makes me cry because it makes me feel comforted, like it reminds me that we have our spirit team and our guides and our angels and our ancestors watching over us, walking with us. And even though we're going through terrible, terrible things, they are here, they are there to walk with us, to help us. They can't they can't take away your free will, and they can't intervene in a way that would restrict your free will. So that's why sometimes people are like, well, if I have angels guarding me, why did this happen to me, or why did this terrible thing take place? I don't understand, why wasn't I protected from this? But if that's a chosen thing, that's part of your chosen life plan, that you had to go through that atrocity in order to learn that harsh lesson and be evolved, your soul to be evolved when you go back home. Unfortunately, there's certain things you cannot avoid because it is fated, destined, it's chosen in your life plan. You've agreed to this before you came here. And so for this, you must be brave. You really must be brave, because there are certain things, bad things, difficult things, that can't be avoided. And that is why you must be brave, you know? So please remember that. And, pray to God and his angels for help and strength, to get through your journey, because it is hard down here. It is not easy. And some people are lucky, and the life plan they've chosen, they're a millionaire, or they got the great family and the great friends and everything's great. They've chosen that life plan because they're not wanting to be evolved fast. You know what I mean? So someone might decide, oh, I will take all these small, happier life plans, but then it will take them many, many hundreds of reincarnations to even evolve to the equivalent of one traumatic life. That, do you know what I mean? Like, it sounds confusing. You have to go, like I said, listen to my other videos on my channel about this, or listen to near death experience videos where people are explaining about our true home in the spirit world as well. Anyway, take care everyone, and God bless you all. Bye for now.